They say a grandmother's hands can tell a whole story. She had nothing but a handful of seeds and faith in God. The soil was dry. The rain never came when she needed it. But her garden became the reason her family survived. Back in the 1960s, in a small, dusty town in the rural South, Grandma Lillian was widowed young. She had 4 children to raise on her own and very little money to feed them. Store-bought food was a luxury she could barely dream of, and each day was a battle to keep her children from going to bed hungry. But Lillian had something no money could buy: determination and an unshakable faith in God. She turned to the land, a patch of hard, stubborn soil behind her small home. Some years, the rain would pour, washing away everything she planted. Other years, the sun burned the earth dry, leaving nothing but dust. Every failed harvest meant her children ate less. Every empty stomach felt like a personal failure. And yet, she kept going, because giving up was not an option. To keep her children alive, Lillian worked extra jobs. She scrubbed floors until her hands were raw. She ironed clothes for families who didn't know her struggle. She baked pies from scraps and sold them at the little market in town. Her back ached. Her hands cracked. Some nights, she went to bed so tired she could barely breathe. But she never stopped. Never. She believed that her hard work would someday bear fruit, literally and figuratively. Over the years, Grandma Lillian learned the secrets of the stubborn soil. She mixed in compost, rotated her crops, and even planted by the moon cycle. Anything to make her garden flourish. Slowly, ever so slowly, it began to change. Greens sprouted. Beans climbed. Tomatoes ripened. Okra stood tall in the sun. Each harvest became a small victory, a sign that her faith, patience, and grit were not in vain. Her garden grew enough not just to feed her children, but to sell at the market. The money paid for school shoes, books, and one day it helped send her oldest child to college. The same hands that once struggled with dirt and sweat had built a foundation for the future. Her children learned patience. They learned grit. They learned that faith without action was only words. Today, that same garden still grows. It's more than just dirt and seeds. It's a living legacy of a woman who refused to give up. A legacy that reminds her children and grandchildren that hard work, faith, and love can move mountains, or at least grow a garden. Grandma Lillian's garden didn't just grow food. It grew a future. And so when you walk past a garden or feel the earth between your fingers, remember, it's not just soil and seeds you're touching. It's hope. It's patience. It's the quiet, tireless work of hands that refuse to give up. Grandma Lillian's hands, they tell a story of grit, of faith, of love that stretches across generations. Her garden reminds us that even in the hardest seasons, life can bloom. And maybe in her story, we find a little courage to plant our own seeds, to nurture our own dreams, and to trust that one day, they too will grow. Thank you for watching. Until the next story, take care.